Let me ask you a question that quietly decides the direction of your life. Do you need life to feel safe before you move? Or can you move before it feels safe? Most people never realize this is the test. They wait for clarity. They wait for certainty. They wait for proof that things will work out before they take action. And that waiting is what keeps them stuck. The people who grow, who stay calm under pressure, who don't collapse when plans fall apart, they do the opposite. They move first. They decide first. They act as if things will work out before they have evidence, and that single shift changes everything. Watch a child building a sandcastle at the edge of the ocean. They don't argue with the tide. They don't demand guarantees. They already know the waves are coming. And still, they build. They shape towers with care. They dig moats with focus. They place shells like trophies. Not because the castle will last, but because building is the point. Then the water rushes in. Everything disappears. And what do? They laugh. They run back into the foam. They start again. No anger, no despair, no stories about injustice. Somewhere between childhood and adulthood, most people forget how to live like that. They stop building with joy. They stop moving without control. They stop trusting themselves when outcomes are uncertain. The Stoics understood something most people never learn. Obstacles aren't interruptions to the path. They are the path. Marcus Aurelius wrote it for himself in his darkest moments, not for applause. What stands in the way becomes the way. And today, you're going to learn how to live that idea, not as theory, but as practice. Here are 7 principles that train you to move through life with calm, strength, and trust, even when nothing is guaranteed. Principle 1. Trust the timing, not the timeline. Most anxiety comes from imaginary deadlines. By this age, you should have it figured out. By now, you should be further ahead. By now, things should look different. But life doesn't move on your schedule. When you act as if everything works out, you stop fighting the pace of your journey. You stop comparing your chapter 3 to someone else's chapter 20. Delays aren't punishments, they're preparation. That job you didn't get may have protected you. That relationship that ended may have freed you. That failure may have taught you exactly what you needed next. You plant seeds without digging them up every week to check if they're growing. You work with intention, not desperation. Principle 2. Reframe every setback as a setup. Every life has moments where something collapses, a door closes, a plan dies, something you worked for slips through your hands. In that moment, you get to choose the story. The Stoics called it amor fati, loving fate. Not tolerating it, not resenting it, using it. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what is this preparing me for? The struggle is never the mistake. The struggle is what builds the strength you'll need next. Principle 3. Surrender control, strengthen trust. Control feels responsible, but most of the time it's just fear in a suit. You don't control outcomes. You don't control timing. You don't control other people. What you control is your effort, your integrity, and your response. When you stop trying to micromanage life, you reclaim enormous energy. You act fully, then you release. Like holding water. The tighter you squeeze, the faster it escapes. The calmer your grip, the more it stays. Principle 4. Act with certainty even in uncertainty. Most people wait to feel confident before they move. But confidence isn't found. It's created. You don't need the full path. You need the next step. You don't wait until fear disappears. You move while it's there. Every person who changed their life did it without guarantees. They acted as if it would work out, and let action create belief. The bridge appears as you walk. Principle 5. Find the gift in every moment. There is always something hidden inside what happens to you. Sometimes it's obvious. Sometimes it takes time. But pressure never shows up empty-handed. Loss can teach clarity. Failure can humble the ego. Discomfort can sharpen discipline. When you look for the gift, you stop wasting energy resisting reality. You become present, and presence is where strength lives. Principle 6. Respond. Don't react. Between what happens and what you do about it, there is a space. Most people never find it. They react automatically. Old wounds, old patterns, old habits running the show. But that pause, that space, is power. When you breathe before you speak, when you slow before you act, when you choose who you want to be in the moment, You stop handing your peace to circumstances. Calm becomes your advantage. Principle 7. Become evidence of what you believe. Belief without action is just wishful thinking. If you say you trust the process but live anxious, you don't trust it yet. If you say everything works out but panic constantly, you don't believe it yet. The Stoics didn't talk philosophy, they lived it. You become proof through how you move, how you decide, how you respond when things don't go your way. Your life becomes the message. And here's the truth that ties everything together. Acting as if everything works out for you isn't pretending nothing will go wrong. It's deciding that no matter what happens, you will adapt, learn, and move forward. It's choosing trust over paralysis, response over reaction, strength over fear. And the more you live this way, the more you notice how often things do work out. Not always how you planned, not always when you expected, but always in ways that shape you into something stronger. If you're done waiting for permission, if you're ready to move before it feels safe, you're in the right place. Subscribe to Ascend X Awaken, because this channel isn't here to hype you up for 5 minutes. It's here to help you build a mindset that holds when life doesn't cooperate, when pressure hits, when certainty disappears.